Welcome everyone to Good Morning Macon. I'm Ron Shipman, Interim President and CEO of the Greater Macon Chamber of Commerce. We are delighted to present a legislative update to our membership and community. Today's forum is presented by Atrium Health Navicent. Please welcome President and CEO Delvecchio Finley, who will offer sponsor remarks and introduce our distinguished guest speaker.
Good morning. I am Delvecchio Finley, and I am pleased to serve as the President and CEO of Atrium Health Navicent and bring greetings today as a sponsor for the Greater Macon Chamber's Good Morning Macon series. On behalf of the nearly 7,000 Atrium Health Navicent teammates and the thousands of patients and families we serve in Central Georgia, it is our pleasure to sponsor this important community conversation and create opportunities to learn and discuss the most important topics facing our region. As an economic development engine, our Atrium Health mission to improve health, elevate hope, and advance healing for all is magnified when like-minded groups like the Macon Chamber connect with our elected representatives to openly share ideas and create sustainable solutions. Atrium Health's community focus on not only health and improving access to care, but also wellness, housing, and food security contributes to the economic success of our region every day, and I am proud to represent those teammates and clinicians serving our patients and families. It is now my pleasure to introduce our distinguished speaker, Senator John F. Kennedy. In 2014, Senator John F. Kennedy was elected to the Georgia Senate representing Crawford, Monroe, Peach and Upson counties, and portions of Bibb and Houston counties. After serving as Governor Deal's floor leader during his freshman term, his Senate colleagues elected Senator Kennedy to serve as Senate Majority Caucus Chairman during the 2017-2018 legislative term. Senator Kennedy serves as Vice Chairman of the Banking and Financial Services Committee and Secretary of the Regulated Industries and Utilities Committee. He is a member of the Appropriations, Judiciary, and Reappointment and Redistricting Committees. He is an ex officio member of the Rules Committee. Senator Kennedy earned a degree in economics from Mercer University in 1987 and completed his law degree at Mercer University's School of Law in 1990. Senator Kennedy is a partner at the Macon-based law firm of James, Bates, Brannan, Groover, LLP. Senator Kennedy, I'll turn it over to you for your legislative update.
Hello, I'm State Senator John F. Kennedy, and I have the privilege of representing Middle Georgia in the 18th District in the Georgia State Senate. We've had a great year this year, and I want to thank the Macon Chamber of Commerce for all the things that they do for Georgia businesses, for Middle Georgia businesses, and Macon Bibb businesses. We had a really good session this year in the Georgia legislature. We passed several good legislative initiatives, some of which are focused on businesses and some of which are just really good for the entire state. One of the things that we passed was House Bill 1013, which was addressing the issues and concerns about mental health for Georgia citizens. Unfortunately, Georgia has lagged behind in the mental health services that we've been able to provide for a number of years, and that low ranking had gotten to the point where it was very distressing and very concerning about many people at the state capitol. So we passed HB 1013, and it brings mental health parity requirements similar to those of regular health insurance policies. And it's going to be remarkable for the state of Georgia with regard to the type of services that will be provided, and finally address one of the issues that really has been of great concern to Georgians and Georgian families for a long time. One of the other things we did was pass significant tax reform legislation. Number one, we're returning over $1 billion of taxpayer money to state taxpayers. Rather than keep it up in Atlanta and figure out a way to spend it, we're actually returning it to the taxpayers. And we're doing that in a prudent way because we've had a very good conservative budgeting process under the leadership of Governor Kemp and the others that are there making prudent decisions, making sure that we're treating the state government and running it like a business from the standpoint of being fiscally responsible. We've also reduced the income tax rate this year for the second historic move in our state's history. This time we've actually rolled it back under the bill that we passed more than we did last time, and it'll go from 5.75 to eventually 4.99% for the state income tax rate. And we've also given relief to families at the gas pump with gas prices skyrocketing and all the other inflationary pressures that people are living under and working under and trying to make ends meet, we suspended the excise tax on gasoline. And that's also providing a help of about 29 cents per gallon for the time that remains effective. So we've done lots of other things in passing good legislation to help businesses. That's really where solutions are found, businesses that create jobs for folks that live in Middle Georgia and across the state. I'm thankful to the Macon Chamber of Commerce for their leadership and what they continue to do for Middle Georgia. I thank the members for their support of the Macon Chamber, and I'm happy to serve and honored to get to do that. And I hope that for anyone that has any questions or needs for connectivity or any way that I can be of service, I hope that you'll reach out to me at any time. Thanks.
We are also happy to catch up with a few more members of the Macon-Bibb County delegation to get their input on important issues during their last legislative session.
I'm State Senator David Lucas from the 26th Senatorial District. One of the things that we did in the General Assembly that I think everybody applauded was we gave those mothers who are basically on the lower side of the income share to make sure that those mothers and babies get health care for a full year. We've been scuffling with infant mortality, and that was one of the things that we did. The biggest thing is right now doing that third lane, that truck lane coming out of the Port of Savannah, so that we can move these big heavy trucks going up and down from 16 through 75 and being able to make it to 285. We don't have a problem until you get to McDonald, Georgia, and then there's a bottleneck every day. And we are now looking at putting a third lane, what we call a truck lane, designed specifically for trucks in order to try to help the traffic. So those are the kind of things that took place outside of tax breaks that we gave.
I'm Robert Dickey, represent 5 counties here in Middle Georgia, and so proud to represent Macon-Bibb citizens in Atlanta. We had a great session this year, enjoyed working with the entire delegation, and I just had a great feeling leaving Atlanta with some real positive things that we pushed forward this year in the legislature. I was especially proud of some agricultural bills that came through my committee as chairman of House Ag and Consumer Affairs, and one especially was HB 1150, the Freedom to Farm bill that gave farmers some protection against nuisance lawsuits and gave them some ability to move forward with their farms without the threat of worried about encroachment and neighbors taking offense at things they've always done. So it was a big bill for me and agriculture across our state, just trying to keep agriculture strong, Georgia's largest industry, and just proud of my roots in agriculture and farming out at Dickey Farms. Another one of the big bills we did this year was mental health, and I'm sure many of our other representatives will talk about this too. It's a collaborative effort, the House and Senate and the governor's office to try to do something in our state about the mental health issue and substance abuse issue that we're seeing facing. And I'm just proud of the leadership here locally, working with our delegation to make sure Macon-Bibb has the things it needs from the state level as far as infrastructure and other laws to move things forward. So it's always a challenge, always worthwhile to work on issues here in Macon-Bibb.
Hi, I'm Dale Washburn. I'm currently state representative from District 141, but after reapportionment I'll be a state representative for District 144, which includes North Bibb County, most of Monroe County, and about half of Jones County. We had a great session this past session. We passed the biggest tax cut, the biggest income tax cut in state history. We are also doing a tax refund, which we're very pleased and proud about. On the subject of taxes, I'm very proud of the OLOST bill that we passed, that the Chamber worked so hard to assist with. We passed that last session, and very soon the citizens of Bibb County will be receiving a reduction in their property taxes, which we are very, very pleased with. One thing I did at the end of the session is passed a House resolution to create a study committee to study housing in the state and to study the regulation of housing and all the things that go into some of the problems with the rising cost of housing and an undersupply of housing. So I'm very proud of that, and I'm looking forward to hearing who will be placed on that study committee. I am honored to represent Bibb, Monroe, and Jones County, and honored to work with our great Chamber of Commerce people and for all that they do for us. I've always said I'll cast votes for what's best for Georgia's families and best for Georgia business. And of course, when it comes to our Chamber of Commerce and the great work they do, they're a huge asset to us, and they help us a great deal when we start thinking about things that benefit Georgia business.
Thanks for joining Good Morning Macon, offered by the Greater Macon Chamber of Commerce. Please visit maconchamber.com to view these recordings of this forum, along with links and contact information for Senator Kennedy and other members of the Macon-Bibb County Legislative Delegation.